What's up, everybody? It's your boy George coming back with another bullish video. And if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. And if you're returning, you're an OG. And today, I'm going to be covering what I believe is the most undervalued crypto in the market, Internet Computer, ICP. And currently, ICP is at a price of $5.31. And if you don't know what ICP is, to simplify it, it's a decentralized internet. They're trying to replace Google, Amazon, and all the different web services and make Web 2 Web 3. And let's see what we got to look at today. We're going to start right here with the Fair and Greed. And we're at 56 right now. So we're right in the middle. And I'll say this, you guys, we got a lot of things coming up this week. And these are some things to expect. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell is set to deliver closely watched remarks on Friday, potentially signaling how central banks could approach interest rates. Also, we're going to have Walmart, Home Depot, Target, and Lowe's scheduled to report earnings, giving insight into consumer spending patterns and tariff pressures. So, we're also going to be getting housing market data, Fed meeting minutes, and weekly jobless claims also will attract attention this week. So we're going to be seeing a lot from Jerome Powell this week, and we got to see how that affects the market. So I'm going to go over here on Kraken, and this is my Kraken account, you guys. So I've been telling you guys I've been getting some Sandbox, and I'm getting Sandbox as a short-term play because in December, Sandbox went to $1.07. And during that time, it stayed at $1.07 for no more than a day. But during that time, I was able to collect some profits from Sandbox. And that was good because in that moment, I just was having a hunch. I put in some quick money, made some quick money. And I see Sandbox has a solid support around 21 cents. And I know it's not really a high narrative coin that has too much utility, but I have heard of the Sandbox VR. And I do like Sandbox. So as you guys can see right now, I have 7,550 shares. And I can get more, but right now I'm accumulating and I'm waiting to see if I can get that perfect sniper entry around 24 cents. I don't see it going under 21 cents, but it could happen. And if it does, I have some capital set aside. So let's go on X. Boom. And we got a post from Definity. It's happening. Bitcoin is shifting from a passive store of value into productive capital. Or as the State of Bitcoin Fi report to Go Mastro puts it, Bitcoin is becoming a yield-bearing asset, powering the next phase of decentralized finance. More on this. And stick with me, you guys. And like and subscribe. Let's get this video to 100 likes. Let's try to push ICP into the algorithm. And 1 of 5. With over 7.39 billion in Bitcoin now securing networks, running validators, and powering DeFi protocols, staking is at the core of Bitcoin Fi, and interoperability is more important than ever. This is where ICP comes in. Liquidium WTF is dominating the Bitcoin lending field, using ICP's chain fusion technology and operating on the Bitcoin base layer. Liquidium is supporting ordinals, BRC20s, and runes. 4,284 Bitcoin in loan volume, 9 million in interest paid to lenders, 100K plus loans. 3 of 5. Bitcoin native lending early leaders. Liquidium, volume 500 million. Zest TVL 67.8 million. Granite TVL 20 million. Cutting edge tech stacks like ICP prove that Bitcoin's future looks layered and multi-chain. Bitcoin Fi programmability has fully manifested. Roll-up and execution are steadily developing. Custodial Bitcoin is starting to lose dominance. The report concludes that 2025 marks the emergence of mature Bitcoin-fi ecosystems, and we love it. And you can read that full report on the goldmastro.org report, so go check that out. Definity shared it. Let's get to the next post. And this is what I'm saying, you guys. Right now is a good time to be alive. You can make a lot of money if you're making the right moves. So now we got something from ICP Hub, Bulgaria. Sometimes it feels like the cloud gives with one hand and takes with the other. You get speed, scale, and convenience, but lose control over your own work. Data locked away. Rules can change overnight, and there's nothing you can do. One developer said enough. It says, meet David Del Busco, a seasoned freelance dev with nearly a decade of experience, mostly building mobile apps. Frustrated by traditional cloud platforms, David leaned into classic engineering mindset. I'm going to do it myself. The result, Juno. And this is Juno Build. Is a platform as a service built entirely on the internet computer. It's based for one thing, giving developers power without taking away ownership. No foggy policies or hidden middlemen. Just the tools you need with you in full control. Why build Juno? David used Firebase for years. It was convenient, but he wanted everything similar in Web3 without losing control. If I want to build an app over the weekend, I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I want to start with tools. So he built them. At first glance, Juno feels familiar. Like a Firebase for Web3, it offers auth, data and file storage, hosting, serverless functions. But here's the plot twist. You own everything. Juno can't touch your data, apps, or funds. The magic comes from building on the internet computer. ICP isn't just another blockchain. It can serve web content directly from the chain at lightning speed. Juno uses this to give every developer their own mission control, smart contract, acting as a project hub, wallet, and ownership proof. David's dream. That a web dev could build with Juno without even realizing it's on blockchain. Why? Because blockchain benefits security, transparency, permanence should be baked in. Not a hurdle you have to jump on. Not a hurdle you have to jump. The community's already building. Toolkit, manage SNS and governance on ICP. Solutio, crowdfund and co-build solutions. Gods are dead, a play-to-earn RPG. David loves being surprised by what people create. What's next for Juno? Deeper GitHub integration for auto deploys, better TypeScript support, team collaboration tools, AI support from coding assistance to better AI documentation parsing, all while staying 100% on-chain and developer-owned. The big idea, Juno proves you have convenience and control, a tool set that's ready to go, with the power of decentralization under the host. Okay, and you guys see that there's stuff being built on the internet computer. And like I said, there's a bunch of people that are already in the 8-year game, so they're not really worried. And me, I'm not really in a rush to collect profits on RCP. I'm more excited for caffeineai to come out. And like I said, I have things like Sandbox in place. And like I said, I'm going to end up having more than 20,000 shares of Sandbox. Just waiting for the right time, because remember, with less capital, you're going to want to get a better entry. So let's keep going. This is from Sahil Bloom. Everyone needs to hear this. You are in control of everything. It's all on you. Nobody is coming to save you, but you are entirely capable of figuring it out, of squeezing everything you want out of this life. You are at the wheel. Never let go. And remember this, you guys. No mental barriers. There's no excuses. You can never use excuses. You can't talk about your situation, nothing. All you got to say is, I am going to do this and I will do this. Trust me. So now we got something from Marlon Hank. It says currently ICP is in the accumulation zone, which is good to buy if you haven't already. When it breaks out, we're probably going to see a retest close to the accumulation zone. But then next stop is $11 to $12, forming an inverse head and shoulder that will catapult us outside the $20 range. While ICP against Bitcoin have a bullish hidden divergence, it's all about patience, and it's going to happen very soon. Fingers crossed with fingers drawn lines. And I see ICP as a value investment, you guys. Gotta always remember when you're trading and when you're investing, ICP is a long-term value investment in my opinion. Other people might be trading it, or I don't know what your plan is with ICP and how long you plan on holding it and your goals with it. So make sure you have a plan with everything you invest into. So now we got something from Herbs. Remember when ICP blasted up over $20 in a few months and everyone wished they would have bought more under $6? It went as low as $4.20. Did you buy more? When it's at $100, you will wish you did. And like I said, just make sure you know what type of investor you are. If you're in ICP expecting to make a quick 1000x flip, I'm not saying it's impossible, but just make sure you're weighing out all your options and you're not over allocating your capital to the wrong place. So let's get to the next post, and we got something from Elon Musk. It says Grok Imagine is now free worldwide. And that seemed cool. Let me see something real quick. There's Grok. Yo, let me know what Grok Imagine is, because I've never used Grok Imagine. Okay, so now I got something from Moses. Even though ICP caffeineai is far better than Sol's Peanut Finance. What's Peanut Finance? AI-powered ecosystems for building and using on-chain apps. Okay. Do you see how Sol Team made it accessible to the public, while many are still crying for caffeineai codes to log in? Now, even people who haven't tried caffeineai are seeing Peanut as a better option and hyping it left and right within just a few hours of release. This is exactly how the Asians conquered the African market, by making cheap and accessible products for Africans, while the West waited in line. What did ICP Insider put? It said the foundation doesn't understand the concept of time in the industry. They're too slow and act as if nobody else can quickly build what they are building. Just imagine it that caffeineai of Solana wasn't built by the foundation, and ours built by the foundation is taking time to fully go public. And if care is not taken, the inferior one built on Solana will take the glory. The whole industry will see it as a standard. So we got to see about that. And then we got another one from Sahil Bloom. Underrated life skill. Changing your mind is proof that you still value growth over ego. Letting go of a belief you once defended is a display of rare maturity in the modern age. Most people invest more in their pride than their future. Don't be most people. Okay, that's just a quick food for thought, you guys. So we got something from the Bitcoin archive, and it says Bitcoin is still only 0.2% of global assets. Gold is 2.2%. Real estate is 37%. It's still early. Okay. Now we got something from Coin Bureau, and it's Eric Trump. He says crypto will replace the banking system. He calls banks antiquated and discriminatory, predicting every bank will adopt crypto within a year. Excuse me. Let's hear what he's saying. I'm gonna speed it up to you guys. Here we go.
The reality is the banking system in this country is absolutely antiquated. It doesn't work. It's costly. It's slow as hell. I would have never been in crypto had we not been debanked and deplatformed by absolutely everyone. If I wasn't getting the letters from Capital One saying, congratulations, 300 of your accounts are gone overnight, believe me, I wouldn't have found this.
And I can see why Eric Trump feels this way. His whole family went through a lot with the banking system, and a lot of people go through a lot with the banking system. And it seems like a lot of this happens when people are speaking out against people that they aren't supposed to be speaking out against. People's accounts are getting frozen, and I can see why that's a big issue.
Industry, but this is an industry that within a year, everybody's going to be in. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody, every bank, every consumer, because this is just the way of the future, and it's an honor to be part of it. And frankly, I'm glad my father's leading the way on it, because otherwise one of the other countries would get it. And I'm glad I look at the 401ks and I see how much they've gone up. And I'm glad I look at inflation and see how much it's gone down. I'm glad interest rates are going to come down. I mean, we're getting our country back. But the reality.
Okay. Now we have something from Marcus AI ICP. It says 2 days with Caffeine AI. Today I set out to build a few mini games on ICP, and I ended up creating an entire mini game platform with wallet integration. I didn't write a single line of code, and it all came together in around 2 hours by using my phone while I was sitting in a train. Absolutely mind-blowing. So let's see what he got. I'm going to speed it up to you guys. So he said he made this in a train within 2 hours, didn't write a line of code on his phone. So, internet identity. Okay. Tic-tac-toe. And if y'all could create a game on ICP, what would y'all create? I'm kind of rocking out with that Cubetopia GTA. I'll probably make my own GTA. That'd be cool. So it's a reflex game? Okay. Oh, wow. He made that one game. I can never remember the name of this game, man. I know it's not Jenga, man. I know it's not Jenga. That's cool, a little block drop. So, put in the comment section, what app idea would you come up with? So we got something from ICP Insider. Things that can't be copied by the Solana ecosystem. Reverse gas model. Fully on-chain capabilities. Verifiable keys, vet key capability or capacity. HTTPS outcalls. Add yours. Okay. So we got my guy Monkey Degen, and he shared something. ARC sees it. CK Bitcoin, CK Ethereum, tokenized USD, all programmable natively on chain with ICP. And let's see what Kurt said. ARC's thesis. ICP already has CK Bitcoin and CK Ethereum, plus tokenized USD plans, all with native on-chain programmability. This is key. Unlike Ethereum-based stablecoins, ICP stablecoin rails integrate directly with AI agents and Web3 apps without needing separate RPC endpoints. Okay. So don't sleep on ICP, you guys. Do not sleep on ICP. And like I said, just remember when you're investing, you always want to understand what's your goal with each investment. There's different things you can invest into. You have a Roth IRA account. That's something you can invest up to $7,000 a year. And people usually invest into ETFs on that. I invest into Bitcoin, VOO, SCHD, stuff like that. You have an insurance policy. There's different insurance policies you can get. There's term life insurance policies. There's some that can be hybrid, and there's whole life insurance policies. Some people get life insurance policies knowing after a certain amount of years they can borrow against their policy. There's stock investing, finding a valuable stock, value investing into a stock or a cryptocurrency. And then there's trading. And trading is you could trade cryptocurrency, you could trade Forex, you could trade options, you could trade futures. So when you're in the market, make sure you know what you're doing with your capital because you don't want to get burned. So now we got something from Party Hats. ICP's burn rate is a sleeping giant. 2.1 million gone. Next stop, 10 million. When the market wakes up, it'll be too late. Are you stacking? And me, I'm going to start getting a few ICP a week again. I'll probably start going 5 ICP a week. Like I said, I have a bunch of different things that I'm investing into. So I was aggressive on ICP a few months ago, and I got in at a few solid entries. But right now I've been focused on Sandbox, and I've been focused on my Roth. So just remember, you always want to be diversifying your portfolio. And here we have something from the Extravagant Village. ICP feels like the death spiral FUD era. What followed it was a 7x pump. XRP, Solana, HBAR, XLM, Ethereum, ADA. All of these were coins 99% of investors overlooked and chose to be buying Pepe within basically all the different meme coins and multi-billion dollars market cap because they were extremely volatile back then. Will the dust of meme coins have settled? How did it go? The sentiments shared while XRP and all the coins of utility were underperforming the entire meme coins was that they were worthless and those meme coins were golds. This same sentiment is common within the ICP investors and the so-called smart technical analysis that are rather dumb in our own opinion. Remember the death spiral FUD era, back when the tech was there but the zero adoption. That's how it feels now, and the diversification preachers are screaming on top of their voices asking you to reduce your ICP bags and buy something else. Well, all that so-called smart investors that sold some Bitcoin in 2014 to buy S&P 500 in the name of diversification are demoning their moves today. Just invest what you're comfortable of staying away from for a very long time. This is after you must have done your research. Then let it ride. The most gains in investment doesn't come within a month or two, not even a year or two. It takes 5 to 10 years, 20 years sometimes, before meaningful gains were made. Unless you want to gamble, I dare tell you that ICP doesn't favor gamblers, as Bitcoin and Ethereum didn't. We woke up one morning and OM was close to zero. That's how fast houses of cards can collapse. Learn to DYOR and invest in something you believe in and watch it grow for you. ICP bottomed at 288 in 2023, and the lowest it has gone since was 4.1, so 410. The bottom buyers are still profitable. Your entry price matters. And that's what I'm saying, you guys. If you have a little bit of capital, your main goal should be the lowest entry and making any type of profits you can. So let's get on to the next post, you guys. Got something from Definity. Want to learn to build a solution that will hold Bitcoin runes, ordinals, and BRC20 tokens natively, react to Bitcoin state changes, create and sign transactions. Discover how you can build your Bitcoin DeFi apps today. This is the Bitcoin DeFi. Cool picture, you guys. Okay. Now we got something from Simon, my guy, and it says, everything is a scam except ICP. That's how it could feel sometimes, you guys, when you know about something so early. So we got something from Frank Anthony, and it says, the most powerful stack in crypto, TAO, decentralized AI machine learning. ICP, decentralized cloud. No AWS, no Google. Just self-sovereign AI plus cloud. The future is inevitable. And they won't believe us if we tell them the future is inevitable. And we got something from IC Simp. Everyone's stuck in the sunk cost fallacy. They've already thrown money and years of hype into other chains, so they have to keep pretending those are the future, even when the limitations are obvious. That's why hardly anyone talks about ICP. It doesn't fit the narrative. ICP isn't just a token ledger. It's a full stack on-chain compute storage app and AI. It's what Web3 was supposed to be. The irony. When you cut through sunk cost and look at fundamentals, ICP is the chain actually aligned with the future of the internet. Secure, sovereign, fully on-chain. Smart money ignores hypes and focuses on tech. That's why ICP wins. And this is what I'm saying, you guys. I know some people may say go all in, go monkey nuts on ICP, and do it if you want to. But me personally, this is why I have my Roth. And in my Roth, I start putting a lot of money into the IBIT ETF. That's the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. And like I told y'all, the other ones. But I don't see nothing wrong with diversifying if you know what you're diversifying into and you're comfortable. But if you know ICP is the future, it's nothing wrong with going crazy on ICP either. It's all your choice. Me, I choose to do things the way I do it because it makes me happy. So now we got something from Coin Bureau. America goes all in on crypto laws. There are now 45 states advancing over 200 Bitcoin and crypto laws across the U.S. Welcome to the crypto capital of the world. Wow. So we got something from Bitcoin Archive. Just in 17 trillion Norway sovereign wealth fund double strategy in Meta Planet Holdings. Everyone wants more Bitcoin exposure. Everyone wants more Bitcoin exposure. Everybody wants in on the quick profits right now. So we got something from the Kobezy letter. Are we on the verge of a generational job crisis? The 3-month average youth underemployment rate jumped to 17% in July, the highest since 2020. This metric includes unemployed individuals aged 16 to 24. Now the youth underemployment rate has climbed by 5 percentage points over the last 2 years. This is nearly in line with the peak during the 2001 recession and the early stages of the 2008 financial crisis. This also signals the U.S. labor market could weaken further, with young workers typically the first to feel the impact when the economy turns. The job market is rapidly deteriorating. So we got to see what happens in the next few months with that, you guys. So we got something from ICP Insider. What if a government or a Web2 giant runs its infrastructure on Utopia, powered by ICP. That's not adoption, that's validation. Every workload burns ICP, supply shock. Nation states trusting ICP. New digital sovereignty standards. Fortune 500s integrating equals ICP equals the next AWS, but unstoppable. This wouldn't just move price. It would redefine ICP's role in Web3. The sovereign cloud of the AI plus blockchain era. This is something from ICP Simp replying to Coin Bureau. And it's a quote from Michael Saylor. Bitcoin is the only digital property in the world. Almost everything else are securities. Alright, and then ICP Simp put, alright, somebody let them know. ICP takes digital ownership way beyond tokens. It's the only platform that lets you actually own anything on the internet. Your website equals your property. Your app equals your property. Your AI agent equals your property. No middlemen, no Web2 dependencies, 100% yours. ICP is the only true Web3 stack. Let's see what Michael Saylor said. I'm going to speed it up to you guys. Give me a second. Here we go.
Bitcoin's the only proven digital property that we have created in the world. We have created a property and not a security. The definition of property is a common commodity that is beyond the control of any one individual or corporation. If something is deemed property,
ICP is going to make a come up, you guys.
in a legal sense, it means it wouldn't be regulated as a security by the SEC. Gold is property. Soybeans are property. Wood, lumber, land is property. Bitcoin is property. Everything else in the crypto ecosystem, likely they're all securities. Bitcoin.
ICP is not a security. So now we got something from Ray Dalio. And it's a quote. Principle of the day. Remember, no pain, no gain. Realizing that we innately want to evolve and that the other stuff we are going after, while nice, won't sustain our happiness, has helped me focus on my goals of evolving and contributing to evolution in my own infinitely small way. While we don't like pain, everything that nature made has a purpose. So nature gave us purpose, pain for a purpose. So what is its purpose? It alerts us and helps direct us. I really like that quote, you guys. Okay. So we got something from Tech Dev. Every Bitcoin top has been 14 months from this point, yet many think we're almost done. So in 2021, so every cycle topped 14 months after the halving. So we're going to see what happens. Boom. And what would my video be if I didn't share this? And we got this from Quentin. It says bull run will extend to 2026. And let's see how true this farmer's chart is. And it says periods to make money. So 2026, this is a good year to make money. And they're saying after this year, the next year will be 2034 to take your profits. So we'll see. So let's see what happens, you guys. Will 2026 be a good year? We got something from Income Sharks. There's a lot of stock guys flexing large unrealized gains, still wanting more. As someone who counter trades market sentiment, it does really seem like we are due for a week where they get hosed. Meanwhile, crypto is still waiting for the part of the cycle where they have profits. That's a good way to put it. Got something from the Kobezy letter. The secular bull market that began in 2009 is now 16 years old. Will it end like 1968 or 2000? The 1982 to 2000 cycle ended with a 114% rally into the dot-com bubble before crashing. On the other hand, the 1949 to 1968 cycle ended with a series of smaller peaks and deeper pullbacks. As seen below, today's market is tracking more like the 1960s patterns than the late 90s blow-off. Cape models suggest returns could still accelerate over the next few years before the peak. Both historical analogs, imply more highs ahead before this secular wave ends. This bull run is incredibly strong. So we're going to see, and they saying 2026 is a good time to take profit, so we'll see. We got something from Wrecked Fencer. Last Bitcoin bull run cycles. In 2011, duration 9 months. Bear traps hit in month 6. In 2013, duration 9 months. Bear trap hit in month 6. 2017, duration 9 months. Bear trap hit in month 6. 2021, duration 9 months. Bear trap hit in month 6. 2026, we are in month 6 right now. And this is what I'm saying, you guys. Right now is accumulation zone. This is a time that, and this is not financial advice, if you want to accumulate, this is not a bad time to accumulate. Right now, I'm waiting. I want to see if I can get a good sniper entry, but I also have been adding $100, $500, $1,000 every chance I get to my coins. Okay, so we got the last post of the day, you guys, and it's from Altcoin Daily. Coinbase says altcoin season is coming. And this is something from Coinbase. Altcoin season is coming. As September approaches, the transition to a full-scale altcoin season is likely. Our positive 3Q25 outlook, third quarter outlook, stems from macro trends such as potential Fed rate cuts and expected regulatory advancements. More key themes in this monthly outlook report. So go check out that report, you guys. Okay. And if you guys made it this far, you guys are real ones, man. But hey, all I gotta say is if you're not invested into ICP, I don't know what you're doing. But thank you for watching, and y'all bless.